Joe Digital. I'm out here, you out here, we all out here together at the most amazing, self-rejuvenating, self-healing, you guessed it, the Fort Lauderdale Beach, alright? Super happy to have you all here. I want to go ahead and spin y'all around real quick. Let y'all check out the vibes. Let y'all check out these vibes real quick. You know, look at that. Amazing. Yeah, check that out. That's that flavor right there. Yup. So as y'all can see, I'm out here hanging out at the Fort Lauderdale Beach, and you know, I'm feeling good, man. You know, I'm feeling good. The vibes are up. You know, as I said earlier in one of my other videos, I'm wearing my favorite chain. You know what I mean? A lot of metaphysics going on, a lot of stuff going on in the mix. You know, and I'm feeling good. And believe it or not, there's a lot of people out here, so I'm really loving the vibe. I'm really loving the fact that everybody is just doing their own thing, and you know, we just out here vibing and having a good time, man. A lot of people partying and getting some amazing food, and I guess, you know, they're getting a drink on. You know, salute to y'all who indulge and all of that type of stuff, and enjoy your life and do the things that you love on a daily basis. You know, you all inspire me, for real. And so I just want to make a video about inspiration. You know, like, I always make content about inspiration, but I just want to let y'all know that being inspired is a really good thing. You know, being inspired is a really good thing in life, and you never know. Sometimes you never know when you're gonna get where you're gonna get your inspiration from. So it's always good to keep your eyes open to things that inspire you, to things that motivate you, to things that spark your interest, all right? And to all of us who are on this spiritual path, on this spiritual journey, you always look forward to the Most High nudging you and giving you extra ideas on different ways you can assess different circumstances, situations, business ventures. And that's a part of the fun, you know, that's a part of the fun that comes with being on this journey, you know, because sometimes it be the times, I'm just gonna give y'all a little insight on my process. It be the days where you don't know where your inspiration is coming from. And those are the days where you actually get the inspiration. And the thing about it is it will catch you at a time where you really just feel like you may have tried all of your ideas. You may have tried everything. You may have done everything. You may have gone everywhere and been every version of yourself that you called yourself to be. And it just seems like sometime right at the last moment, like, these things will come, like these amazing ideas, these amazing inspirational people will come into your life that will give you insight on things you can do to, you know, include the Most High on a deeper level into your spiritual journey, into your daily journey. And you know, it's one of those things where a lot of times you don't know where you're going to get your inspiration from. So this is why I always say that I walk in gratitude and I walk in appreciation, because it be those quiet moments. Like, sometimes you are exactly where you're supposed to be, right? And sometimes there's times in our lives where, especially in this journey, where things are not supposed to happen. And it could be because of the fact that when you live here in the present moment, you are exactly where you are supposed to be. all right? And a lot of times you're early on your journey. You're early to the area where you prayed to be at, and it may just be time to rest. It may just be your time to rest, or maybe your time to reflect and think about the fact that, okay, well, now that I'm where I need to be, what can I do next? Like, what things can I do next to bring more value to myself, to my other people in my life, other people on my journey. And it's a really beautiful thing, it's a really beautiful thing to be inspired, and all right, case in point, I used to, and I still do it here and there, but I used to really be real super heavy into like creating merch, all right? Like creating merchandise, stuff like that. Bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to get this camera right because I don't want it to fall sideways. The sand is like this, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, go ahead and hit the like button. But yeah, like I'm still into merch super heavy. And I used to find a lot of my inspiration just by like going to the mall, and what's so funny about being on this journey and going to the mall and finding inspiration to create merch from going to the mall is that, like, a lot of times, like, there's a lot of people that I know that they love the mall. There's a lot of people that I know that they're not, maybe they don't love the mall as much as they used to, and but for myself personally, I found some of my biggest inspiration by going to the mall because that's where people go to just not only to showcase what they're selling, but a lot of people go there to showcase what they've already bought, all right? And, hey, look, they'll have like the crazy t-shirt on, or like they'll have the distressed jeans on, or they'll have like some brand new Jordans or some brand new Air Force One Nikes, or some pennies, for my people who are enthusiasts, who really are into fashion. They'll be wearing some pennies or some Timberlands, and it'll just be super fly, right? And it'll look really awesome. So a lot of times when I would be stumped, or like I would be like kind of, I'd be really in my own way, but I wanted to get inspiration, I would go to the mall and I would get like some really good ideas for like t-shirts or hats, or just different stuff like that. And it's all about where you see yourself at with the inspiration. And a lot of times you'll go to certain places and you may be an inspiration for other people. Like, other people may see what you have going on and they may say, hey, that thing you said inspired me to say more, or that thing you did inspired me to do more. I was just having a conversation earlier today with a friend of mine, and they were letting me know that, he was pretty much letting me know that he wanted to create a book, and I let him know. I said, hey, definitely go for it, and the funny thing is he was letting me know that he wanted to create a book because he knew I create books, right? Because, a book of mine that I created maybe 10 plus years ago, was shown to him a few weeks ago, and he came to me, and maybe he didn't know I was going to inspire him to really go into it, but even if I never had that conversation, he was inspired. And a lot of times, and I'll get into the conversation that I had with him in a second, but a lot of times it'll be the things that you prayed for 5 or 10 years ago. You may be living in that prayer right here and right now, and an idea that you had for your life back then, you may be having that idea 5 or 10 years ago that you want to live how you're living today, and you may be walking in your blessing in this moment. You may be walking in your life fulfillment in this moment. And so I don't want to deviate too far. I want to get back into that conversation. Yeah, so I was having a talk with him, and I was just like, yeah, whatever it is that you want to do, however you want to assess the situation, I say go for it. I say, even if, because like a lot of us, a lot of people work while they aspire to accomplish their goals or their dreams. So I was just letting them know. I said, look, you know, sometimes you have to just grind it out. Like you might have to wake up a little earlier before you go to work and, you know, write a couple of pages for your book. Or you may want to write a few pages on your lunch break, or you may want to dip off. I know I'm wild for saying this, but like, I know jobs are crazy sometimes with getting your work done and stuff, but sometimes you just have an idea. You might just want to take some notes, and you may not have that opportunity to really write any pages while you're at work, but you may have the ideas and the concepts. So I told him, I kept it real. I said, look, sometimes you just have to dip off to the bathroom or dip off somewhere and just write them notes down, and you know, duck off somewhere and just write the notes, and then when you get free time, you just have to sit down and get it knocked out. And he was like, yeah, you know, that's a really good idea. And a lot of times when it comes to this journey, as you're inspiring people and giving them ideas, you're actually really talking to yourself too as well. So that's why I love interacting and talking with people about things, because you get to hear yourself talk, and you get to see where you are. You get to check in with yourself and see where you are on this journey, as well as yourself helping other people. And it's just a beautiful thing to experience, because, you know, especially on this journey that we're on, we have to acknowledge our consciousness. You know, we have to acknowledge that we are conscious, and we are the ones that are experiencing our experience first, before we can say anyone experienced our energy or our blessings or our conversation or even just being around us. We have to be the ones that are conscious of where we are at energetically first, before we can share that with said people. You know, even here on this YouTube journey, I have to be mindful of where I'm at energetically, spiritually, physically. You know, and I say physically because, hey, look, this is the ocean experience, and this is the ocean experience, and we are experiencing the ocean through the screen, you and I. And well, I'm here physically, but when I watch it back as I'm editing it, I'll be experiencing it through the screen as well. So it's all about how you show up, and how you show up is a direct reflection of you experiencing yourself consciously first, before you can share your energy with anybody second. All right, because we have to live it first. So that's why I love YouTube. That's why I love being on here, because we have to be present. We have to be here in the now, in the here and now, before we can share what we're gonna say with anybody. We have to really live it first. And y'all see I'm out here, and I'm out here, chain on, you know, the glasses, and I'm out here at the ocean. Waves are crashing, sun getting ready to go down. I don't even know where the sun at, but we have a beautiful sunset going on behind us. Look at that, that's amazing. Oh my goodness, please hit that like button. You know what I mean? I would. Listen, it's amazing. I'm just trying to make sure this thing don't fall sideways. So, you know, I'm here, you're here, we all here, and, you know, it's all about being inspired, you know. And another thing too, a lot of my inspiration comes from the comment section. I just want to say that, like, so if y'all been leaving me comments, and y'all been liking the videos, just know that you are inspiring me to continue on and being my greatest version. Is the least I can do for you, you know, because I want to do so much more. I want to become not only just present in all times, but I want to be great at all times with what it is that I experience from y'all and what I share with you all. All right. And I just want to say that y'all inspire me just by showing up, leaving amazing comments. Y'all support me, whether I'm talking about inspirational things, motivational things, spiritual things, metaphysics, crystals. You know, y'all know I be wearing the Moldavite, and I be having a lot of stuff going on. And y'all know, man, you know, like sometimes I'm talking about the Most High, other times I'm talking about personal ascension, us ascending as spiritual beings, having a human experience, like that's very important too, because a lot of times we are changing and evolving, and a lot of times we may not be conscious of it until we really sit and really reflect and do the math and say, wow, I'm not even where I was a week ago. I'm actually further ahead on my journey than I was last week. And that's the amazing thing about showing up for yourself every day, is that you never know. Actually, you do know. Once you become conscious, you do realize and recognize that we really are truly one decision away from greatness. We can make one decision right now and it can change the whole trajectory of our lives. And that's what I love about being on this journey, is the fact that when you never give up on yourself, you never give up on yourself. It's just like working out. Y'all see, listen, y'all know I work out. Look, I keep going. Y'all see what's up. And it's something I don't want to do. I don't want to work out every day. I don't want to do a lot of stuff, but you do. And this is something I learned from one of the Mike Tyson interviews. And he says, early in his journey, and I'm not saying it verbatim, but it was like, being disciplined means doing something you don't want to do as if you want to do it. All right. And that's what a lot of things on my journey. I learned that greatness happens when you never give up and you really do things that you don't want to do as if you really do want to do them. All right, so go ahead and, like I said in my other video that's on the channel, don't just be good, be great. All right, and know that you can find inspiration in any area of your life so long as you are looking. All right, and before I get up out of here, I just want to say that it's very important to look within. All right, that should be the first place you find inspiration. Okay, I made a comment in the beginning of this video about distractions, or maybe it was the last video. Distractions and things that can distract you. All right, you can never be distracted when you look within yourself. Okay, looking within yourself is very imperative for self-growth, evolution. Evolving to become your greatest version. And believe it or not, you can find a lot of things that can make you happy and will make you happy. And that's very important, because what happens is once you start spending time with other people, when other people see that you love yourself and you love your life and you are very happy, they want to be around you. Like, people don't want to be around if you're depressed or you're stressed out, or if there's a problem that you haven't really sat and did the inner healing work to really try and evolve and involve yourself with solving. So when you shift your perspective and you do things that you love, which means looking within yourself, finding things that you love about yourself, finding things that you love about your journey, you actually really attract more people into your life, into your journey. And trust me, they're gonna help you find a lot more things about your life that you love, because you're gonna find a lot more things about your life that you love. All right, listen, I love y'all. I'm thinking of y'all, and y'all see I got the sunset going. It's so, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. And we got the beach going behind us. I'm spinning y'all around real quick. I hope y'all love this message. If y'all did, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. All right, and just know that I love y'all. I'm thinking of y'all. Go ahead and do something great for yourself this week. Do something great for yourself this month. Do something excellent for yourself this year. Even though the year is almost over, whenever y'all see this message is still a timeless message. All right, be inspired, be motivated, be authentic. All right, be authentic, be yourself, all right, because guess what, everybody else is taken. All right, we don't have no options but to be ourselves. So I'm out. I'm gonna go ahead and wish y'all unlimited, infinite blessings in any and all things that you are doing. And just know that whatever it is that you are praying for in your life, I am hoping, wishing, and praying for it to manifest in your life as well, unconditionally. You know, lots of love, lots of healing energy I'm sending at y'all. And guess what? I will see you all in the very next video, alright?